Today, live from the rinks in Hot Park, New York, the Stony Brook Seawolves take on Westchester University in an ESCHL divisional matchup. You're watching Seawolves Hockey Live. And welcome back to Seawolves Hockey Live, everyone. This is Andy Bignani along with Trevor. We're going to be joined later in the booth by Brendan Jones, one of the goalkeepers for the Seawolves, who's studying journalism at the university, and he will spend some time with us in the booth a little bit later on. So, well, welcome back to Seawolves Hockey Live, everyone. And today is the last game of the regular season for the Seawolves, 2013-2014 season. And we're going to reflect a little bit on the seniors that are going to be graduating a little bit later on in this segment here, but let's just get through last night. Last night the Seawolves defeated Westchester University by the score of 8-1, dominating the game for the most part throughout, outshooting them almost 3-1 in the game, and really showing the fans that were down here and everyone out there looking that this is a special team this year. And, you know, if you're a Seawolves hockey fan and you're watching this team, you can't help to smile to see, you know, this type of effort that they've been putting forth almost the whole season and on a very consistent basis. So I want to give tribute to the coaching staff first for, you know, taking a team like this and some pretty talented players, keeping their heads about them, making them understand that every game is important, not only from a game standpoint, but from a shift-to-shift standpoint. And, you know, losing some close games, only a few this year, but still enough of those close games to raise the level of intensity and create this team this year. And it's all part of it. And if you ever played on a team, you know the difference when you got guys next to you that you can count on, that if you make a mistake, someone is there to bail you out, and you don't have to worry about weak links in the chain. There's not one weak link in this chain, even the ones who aren't even playing. And we've seen some of the new skaters, new team members that have joined the team this year play some games as well. So good job by the coaching staff. Good job by the team itself to get themselves in the position that they're in right now. They will go to nationals. If they do win today, they'll win their division, which would be, you know, a nice beginning to a run to the Nationals, and playoffs will begin next week. We'll go through more of that later on. But the Seawolves will try to extend their current 8-game winning streak and end the regular season in winning fashion, of course. And with a win today, they will take over first place in their division, which will award them a first-round bye in the playoffs next week. And those playoffs will be held here at the rinks in Hot Park. And the puck comes flying all the way up into the stands here, almost hit somebody. As we got to be aware when the players are on the ice warming up. So the playoffs will begin here next week. First game will be Friday night at 6:10, and the second game will be at 8:50. So if you're tuning in, you can watch it. Keep the computer on while you're watching your favorite TV show, or watch some hockey and watch your TV show on mute. whatever you feel like doing.
Whatever works.
And then we've got 2 games Saturday night. I believe there'll be at 6:30 start time and then 9:30 start time.
We do have the schedule on StonyBrookHockey.com.
And the schedule is up on StonyBrookHockey.com, so you can go check it there during the week. You'll actually have the teams filled in as well.
As they become available, we will be filling them in.
Yeah, and Trevor, and as we get them, we'll be filling them in as my producer had said here. What we're going to do is this will be the first go around for us to do a non-Stony Brook a few games, and hopefully Stony Brook will get an opportunity to take themselves deep into the playoffs and maybe even to the final round. and who knows what could happen. So we're looking forward to that. We hope you can tune in and watch some of those games with us. Again, we welcome your feedback as always. Let us know what's going on. The viewership has been growing tremendously. We do appreciate that. And we know it's winter. A lot of folks don't get out.
We had a pretty good set of viewers. We actually broke a viewing record for live concurrent viewers last night.
It's pretty good, pretty good. So
we
again,
had over 100 concurrent viewers at one point.
Are you live? So we do appreciate that. As Trevor said, viewership is growing, and we can measure that because we can see it. And also, we're getting some nice feedback from you folks. So, you know, and we like to hear from you as well. Again, we do this kind of in an amateur setting, and you know, call it a budget on a shoestring, but we get it done, and we hope you like it. But for the most part, we're happy to bring it to you for the folks that can't get here to the rink. So tonight, well, today we should say, we're going to honor the seniors, and the first line that will come out for the Seawolves tonight will be Matt Miano will come out, number 2 on defense. I have him down as a junior, but he's actually a senior. Wesley Hawkins, senior, co-captain. Also Dan Casano, co-captain, number 27. Eric Haney, number 36, who's dressed for today's game, will come out. Nick Dureski also will come out, number 91. And I believe then we'll have the then Alex Miller will also be out on defense as well, and Alex is a freshman, but even still, the Seawolves have approximately 4 seniors on their roster. So again, this is going to be a very interesting team even next year with what's coming back.
Yeah, they've got a lot coming back. They're not losing much this year.
And who's to say what else Coach Garofalo will recruit along the way. So that'll be the starters. In net today will be number 33, Derek Williams, and his backup will be number 32, Todd Scarola. As far as the starters for Westchester, number 6 would be centering, that's Ryan McMahon. And Ryan will be centering number 19, Mike Koza. And number 20, Ryan Evans. On defense will be number 29, Mike Al. And number 18, Jeff Dugan. In goal today will be, I'm gonna think it's Rice, but it might be Jab Chen because Jab Chen did not get a DQ last night as we thought.
They did announce the DQ.
So Jab Chen is actually in the lineup as well as Rice, and I think it's going to be a game time decision. And usually when the coaches don't circle the starting goalie, they're watching both of them in warm-ups, and they'll make a decision. Rice came in last night and actually played pretty well. Came in cold and made a couple of nice stops on the Seawolves very right away, stopping a point-blank shot from, I believe it was from Chris Joseph.
Rice has got that really non-flashy flat black mask.
Yeah, almost like a Jonas Hiller,
bomber.
Like a Jonas Hiller.
Yeah,
you know, for Team Switz, who's played outstanding in the Olympics. He also plays for Anaheim, right? So, but I think Hiller has a helmet like that as well.
Very simple in design.
But he came in and did a fair job. Jab Chen played pretty well, too, considering the amount of shots he saw last night. Another thing we want to mention is the Stony Brook Pep Rally Band is here today. So we'll be hearing some of their stuff, music, as they call it, not stuff. They'll be playing some nice marching music and fun music for the fans to listen to here. We've got a very decent crowd already sitting down. Any of the folks that are here watching their kids play for the last time, I was just talking to co-captain Dan Casano's dad, and you know, he looked at me and he said, "This is the last home game." You know, you could see it. It's you know, it's like you got a heavy heart, you know. And Dan is, you know, he's been a stalwart for this team for 4 years, missing 1 year, almost a complete season with a torn ACL. And then coming back the next year and just really playing a dominant role along with his line mates this year, Ryan Kotkamp and newcomer Andrew Satola. So I think what we're going to do is teams are going to come off the ice. We're going to do an ice cut, and we'll get ready to drop the puck. We'll go over some more information about the teams, and we'll come back after a short break. You're watching Seawolves Hockey Live, and we appreciate you tuning in, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
I don't even know where the music is.
Welcome back to SeaWorld's Hockey Live. Andy Bignani here with Trevor and Brian Gillespie on camera for us today. We're going to have a little bit of a ceremony on ice for the graduating members of the team. We really don't know what they have in mind, but they're going to be honored in some fashion. So
it's usually a pretty fantastic fanfare. The graduating seniors are actually giving their members of their family flowers and stuff like that.
That's cool.
So.
It's nice that they recognize the graduating players, and they're going to be doing that just briefly as we've got Rocky on the ice skating around, and our
just waiting for the ice to settle down a little bit before they get started.
The ice is a little wet right now, but they'll have this.
They had a huge super session prior to this, so they really want to take time to make sure the ice is set.
Hundreds of people I saw on the ice, hundreds.
Absolutely.
So folks got some cabin fever, no doubt, and a lot of birthday parties, and
yeah, it's going to be a good game. We got a great crowd out here tonight. It filled the rinks.
Yeah, it's
pretty packed. You got folks lined around the boards, all the way on the bottom of the ice. You can't see them from any of the cameras here, but both sections of the stands are filled. Geez, this is probably one of the biggest biggest gates that Soderbergh has seen in a while.
And it's a great send-off, as we talked about, the graduating players playing their last home game. I mean, the beauty is the playoffs are here next week, so they'll at least get one more game, if not two.
Oh.
And then
we're going to hope two.
We'll hope for two, yeah. And then they'll be off to Nationals and hopefully have a good showing at Nationals this year. And I'm sure the players that are graduating, we'll go down that list again. Miano, Hawkins, Cassano, and Dureski, players that just they don't leave anything on the they leave it all on the ice, every game. So we're just waiting for the team.
We got about another minute before the teams come out onto the ice.
All right.
See minute 40 on the scoreboard right now.
Meanwhile, we didn't get the chance to say we got head referee will be Colin Schmeling. Kenny McCutcheon will be one linesman, and Tom Hoare will be the other linesman, and that'll be the refereeing core for today's game. The Westchester University team head coach is Wayne Sands, assistant coach is Michael O'Brien, Ryan Salzman, and goaltending coach is Jim Ralston. Stony Brook is coached by head coach and general manager Chris Garofalo, assistant coaches Colin Bromstead and Rich Bengolia. Pete Hall was part of the staff, but now Pete's living in St. Louis.
Well, he's still technically part of the staff.
He's still part of the staff. He's going to be doing some recruiting for the team, from what I understand, too, which would be awesome. Get some more recruiting from the Midwest, which would be nice. And hopefully Pete's tuning in and send a shout out on the chat board.
Or don't, because nobody likes the Google Plus anyway.
All right. As we get ready here, referees are on the ice, nets are being put into place. We'll have a little ceremony prior to the Star Spangled Banner, and then we'll have the team announce the starting lineups, and then we'll get going. All right, lights dim down. Brendan Jones has joined us in the booth. Mr. Jones, how are you today? All right. Good game last night.
Thank you very much.
Here they come. Some for the last time on a home game.
I think all the seniors are are pretty happy that we're hosting playoffs this year.
Yeah, good. It's a good year to host them, right?
Yeah.
Get another, maybe get another two more games on the home rink. You know.
Exactly. Hopefully we'll have a good crowd for those.
Yep.
Good turnout today. A lot of people here today.
So, I see Chris Joseph seen the change in his hairdo today, huh?
Chris Joseph went with the faux hawk to a mullet, or mohawk to a mullet, and dyed blonde.
Dyed blonde as well. He looks like a totally different dude now. I think he wanted to be incognito after yesterday. Maybe he thought the DQ was going to count.
Yeah, well, I was actually in the box, and I was watching the whole play because there wasn't really too much else to watch. But he didn't really get him too hard.
Yeah, we saw it up here on the replay.
Yeah, it wasn't as bad as...
His stick actually broke prior to the slash.
Prior to that's why it broke over the kid's leg.
You had a bird's eye view of it where you were.
Yeah,
so,
it was sweet.
Yeah.
But yeah, that haircut is definitely different.
And I'm sure his, you know, I didn't see his dad. I do see his grandfather I do see his father.
Yeah, his father.
He's sitting down. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Hal will have something to say, I'm sure, but.
Yeah, he's an independent kid.
Yeah.
He likes change. He's got.
Listen, nobody's going to question what Chris Joseph does, at least on the ice. All right, starting lineup for the Westchester squad.
Number 18, Jeff Dugan.
Jeff Dugan, number 18 on defense.
On D, number 29, Mike L.
Mike L, number 29 on defense.
And on forward, number 20, Ryan Evans.
Forward, number 20, Ryan Evans.
Number 6, Ryan McMahon.
Number 6, center, Ryan McMahon.
Number 19, Mike Kaza.
And Mike Kaza, number 19.
And in net, number 31, Randy Japchin.
Japchin will get the start again today.
Very surprised.
Saw a lot of rubble yesterday. A lot of rubble. But you know what? You saw it too, right? When Rice came in, he played well, right?
And to be totally honest, when we went up there earlier in the season, Rice was his last name?
Yeah.
Rice played well against us again. We took us to overtime. He plays well in games where he gets pounded. This goalie, I mean, we've seen him a few times, but maybe we have his number. I'm not sure, but.
I know, we announced the seniors now graduating.
On D, number 2, Matt Miano.
This is Matt Miano. Now, Matt may make it back here next year as a graduate student, possibly.
We're hoping.
Right? And he's eligible for one more year.
Yep, he's still got one more year of eligibility in the ACHA. But, you know, it can't be too sure in case, you know, something happens where he doesn't get in or something like that.
And Matt hands the flowers to his mom and to his dad. We coached Matt Miano years ago.
Roller hockey?
Yeah, no, ice hockey, yeah. Years ago when Joe DeVito and I coached a team on Long Island for the Royal Rebels. They were at the time, I think. Matt played for us.
27, Danny Cassetto.
And that was Matt Dureski. And now this is Dan Casano coming up.
Nick Dureski's
Nick
parents.
Dureski, yeah.
Nick Dureski's parents are Saints.
Yeah.
Lois and Rando.
And
as well as
Dan Casano hands the flowers to his mom, hugs his dad.
Forward, number 14, Wes Hawkins.
And Wes Hawkins, co-captain with Dan Casano. He touches hands with his teammates, hands it to his mom. And family's all there for Wes, the Quarryville, PA guy. All right. Well done, Stony Brook.
Wes's parents actually couldn't be here. So,
yeah, I know.
So
he's got subordinate parents.
Yeah, he's getting the love from everybody's parents.
His mom's probably watching though, so we'll send a shout out to Mom. She's out there watching and playing some great hockey lately. Really, really good hockey.
Oh yeah,
really inspired. So, all right, we'll take a little break here.
taking too much control of the game. But he did do a good job of not letting things get out of hand.
All right, we're going to start. Get ready to drop the puck here. This is Jareski on the draw. He'll go against McMahon. Jareski's out there with Casano, Hawkins, Miano, and Miller. This is going to be a one-time shift until they get things squared away, but keeping the seniors on the ice mainly.
We were giving Miller a little bit of grief because he's out there with 4 seniors.
He's
and
a freshman. Yeah. Up the wall, shot wide of the net. Picked up by Casano, and he'll skate behind the net and start up. Dan Casano past to Hawkins, taps it into the Westchester zone, drops his stick, and goes in on the forecheck. Up the wall, Miano. No, Miller kicks it back in. And Nick Jareski digging hard now as Stony Brook will begin to start the change. Coming in through the neutral zone is Ryan. Shot right on, glove save. In that tough area, you know, that high area right between the ear and the shoulder, man, that's where you shoot.
That's one of those spots where if a player could get it there quick enough, it's one of those spots where you can't get your glove
hardest reaction to get that glove to move toward that.
That's why I like to just leave it there and go down.
And come down from there.
Come down, yeah. I like to leave it there and obviously if the shot's there, just keep it there because then I don't have to fight my way.
Ooh, that puck is off Barry's stick toward the net. Haney is out there now, tries to get it out. One thing we saw last night Westchester did bring at times was a pretty good forecheck. That's what
happens with teams like these. You know, they might not be as skilled,
and they have to slow you down.
Yeah, they'll work hard. And you know, that's kind of been our problem with teams this year. Teams that are just not as skilled, but they'll work hard and they'll kind of run us into the ground. So we have to kind of just, you know, battle and work through that.
All right. Chris Joseph trying to get it out there, and the forecheck is pretty intense. You've got 4 guys in the zone for Westchester, and it's tough to get it out when you're 1-on-2. And now this is Barry, who will be skating up at the puck. A nice little touch pass to Jareski, and that goes in for an icing. Gervaisi, actually. Now, Gervaisi was a scratch last night.
Yes.
So he's back in the lineup today, and we saw Bocchicchio centering last night. Did a good job, not bad.
Yeah, that fourth line, I guess you would call it, that interchangeable line. I think everybody does a great job on that line, and it's just, you know, we joke around all the time. It's a numbers game because nobody actually plays.
Exactly.
Nobody plays. You know, like it's not like they're playing bad.
Right.
It's just, you know,
they come out, they bring a lot of energy, that line too.
Yeah, that's their job.
Yeah.
You know, this is keep the puck in their end.
Haney, big hit. And the puck comes out now. This is Casano through the neutral zone. Actually, that's Bozer. He's got a little bit of Casano in him when he skates. You can see that.
Yeah, the lefty.
Yeah.
22, 21.
21, all right. And down the wall, as we are back to normal lines now. This is Barry, controls it, and he's trying to hoist it up to the neutral zone. Dan Casano picks it up. He's got skating in, possible 2-on-1. Kavanaugh break it into the net, shoot, save, Jopchin. Kavanaugh has been jumping into the play a lot lately and did it right there. Almost had a scoring opportunity.
Yep, that's Kavanaugh's game. He's an offensive defenseman, but he's also very defensively sound.
Yep. Kottkamp has been hooked and tries to get the puck to the front of the net. Unable to do so. Good defensive play here. And coming up the wall now is Sklodowski. Watched by Kavanaugh. Sklodowski sends one to the front and pushed away by Cartwright. Nice defensive play by Cartwright there. And Cartwright's got the puck. Back to Kavanaugh. And that's a good tandem. Cartwright's a good stay-at-home defenseman. Oh, giveaway. Shot right on, saved by Wilms.
Yeah, I think Brumstead did a great job with that. You know, perfectly stay-at-home defenseman in Cartwright, and then Kavanaugh, who, you know, likes to pinch a little bit more, but Cartwright always has his back.
And shot sails high over the top of the net as Ale was slashed in the hand. This is Satola. This line's having a little bit of difficulty getting out. This is something that happened last night, same thing. The Westchester came hard with the forecheck. You know, maybe hoping for a turnover or two, maybe, you know, steal an early goal.
Yeah, we call those guys the blue line in practice. The blue line, you know, where they might have a little bit of trouble getting out of the zone. As soon as they do get out of the zone, I mean, don't look back.
Yeah, JT Hall almost had an opportunity there. Good defensive play by Dugan. Now Brewster puts his body in front of Koza, and now JT Hall comes in with the hit, and this puck sails all the way down into the Seawolf zone. Out to get it is Wilms, and Miano bumps off his check, and that was McMahon. Coming in is Brewster. He bumps hard. Coming in now is Casely, all alone, shoots. Chest save by Japchin. Ooh. And took a little forearm shiver there from Muncie. 2-on-1 coming down.
Nice play by Miano.
Yeah, got a stick on it, deflected it past Evans, could not get a shot on goal. JT Hall trying to get it off the wall, trying to get it up. Brewster is pounding.
I think that might be the same kid who tried to step up on him before.
Yeah. McGinty's fighting hard. He's trying to keep it in, but here comes JT Hall. 1-on-2. Nice move to the outside. JT Hall trying to make a move around Kaza and was dumped on the play by Muncie. Muncie's got a little edge to his game today.
A lot of these Westchester guys do. Like I said, it's that mentality that you have to have. I'm not going to say that they're not skilled. They're all good hockey players, but you know,
they're young.
They're young, and when you're not at the skill level of your opponent, you got to be chippy. You got to, definitely
you got to
put
be.
in the
Yes,
effort.
I agree. You got to have that physical mentality and that aggressive nature. Otherwise, you'll get walked on and stepped on, and that's a big hit. Chris Joseph laid one on there, and it's going to sit for 2 minutes.
We joke around with Joseph all the time. We tell him he gets penalties for hitting too hard. That one, I mean, that one did look like a board. He kind of went into the, yeah. I think he called a board, but he went into the boards awkwardly, so.
All right. Chris Joseph will sit for 2, and the Seawolves will have to kill off a power play. Al with a shot right on, and saved by Wilms in the screen. Barbera up to ropes, skating down right wing, coming in, down, shoots. Deflected off of Koza's stick. Actually, that was 18 Dugan. Coming in now is Sklodowski.
It's their captain.
Yep. And this shot sails wide. Dugan picks it up, throws it down low to Dorfschneider, and he can't handle it. Picked up by Miano. He'll fire up to the point. Saved by Dugan. Down low shot, saved by Wilms. And Westchester doing a good job keeping the puck in the Stony Brook zone. And Stony Brook needs a clear or freeze the puck. Maybe get a line change. Shot by Al and saved by Wilms. As Westchester is getting some good shots, good opportunities, good looks on that power play with 59 seconds left to go and 14:01 left to go in the first period.
Our kill collapsed a little bit there lately, late in that one.
Yeah, we got a line change, so now we got some fresh legs out there. So Westchester has the same squad, so Seawolves may have a little bit more jump and they'll be able to clear the puck out here. Zareski's out there with Brewster and Barry and Cartwright. Zareski now in deep as Zareski's on the forecheck. Up through the neutral zone. Ale fires all the way in and behind the net. Stopped by Wilms. Good play there by Wilms to stop that puck. Barry trying to get it up the wall to Brewster, and Brewster able to get it all the way down and get a line change. 20 seconds left to go in the man advantage for Westchester. Up the wall. This is Evans. Met in the neutral zone by Miano. Nice play to break that up. This is controlled by Kavanaugh, who now flipped through the neutral zone. Trying to get it past Casano, and Casano picks it up and drops it off to Kotkamp, who sends it back to Kavanaugh. Back over to Miano. Play a little four corners as we're all even up here. Back behind the net. Wilms will hold it for Miano as he's being watched right away. And up the wall, does not get out. Wilms will grab it and he'll hold for a face-off.
Yeah, Wilms sensed that Miano needed to get off. Miano was still out there from the man advantage. He was out there. He was pretty winded. And
that's really good understanding of the goaltender's job, is to know who needs to get off, and defensively more importantly. So that was a good play. Yeah, I agree.
And a lot of times RD are good with it. RD, they'll skate by the net. Jones, get a whistle if you can. Wilms or Todd or whoever's out there. I need to get off, and that's just one of those things that you can't really teach anybody.
Sure. It's game savviness.
Exactly.
Kotkamp breaking in now, coming in through three players and dribbles a backhander on net. We had last night that line, I think each of them had 3 points. It was amazing, amazing display of talent.
Chemistry on that line, on this line, like I said.
Casano on the draw, right in front. Oh, Kotkamp just sailed it right over the top of Japchen. He had the whole top open. Joseph in on a shot, saved by Japchen. And this skips out to the neutral zone now. It's picked up by Kavanaugh. Kotkamp circles, makes his way in. He winds, tries to kick the shot, but he could not get the shot off. Still controls the puck. Tried to get it to Kavanaugh, who was in, but bounced off his stick. Potential 2-on-1 here. Shot saved by Wilms. Nice glove.
Good play by Miano, taking that pass away. That's one of those easy things as a goalie. As soon as that defenseman takes the pass away, and all you have to do is worry about that shot,
there
it
you
makes
go.
your life so
there
much
you go.
easier.
And good basic defensive skills by Miano there. You know, what we teach kids even at the youngest level is take the pass away, let the goalie take the shooter. You know, that's always the way.
Yeah, for two reasons. I mean, one,
you can focus better.
Yeah, I can focus better. It's just, one, the angle is completely different, and two, going side to side isn't.
Not easy.
Yeah.
Very, very true. All right, face-off will be in the Seawolves zone to the right of Wilms. And McMahon will be on the draw. He'll go up against Lopes. Lopes is out there with Haney and Bozer. And puck gets turned over and picked up by Westchester. This is Evans now, controlling it. Shot down low. Rebound out in front, picked up by Bozer. Makes a nice move to get out. And in through the neutral zone now. This is Bozer, right wing. Dumps it in. To get it is Haney. Haney takes the check, but the puck goes back to the point to Miller. Deflection in front. Oh, and puck was loose for a second there, and then it just.
And that got dislodged.
Haney's all fired up today.
As he should be. I mean, he hasn't played.
Good to see him in the lineup. He brings lots of energy when he plays.
Haney's a great player. Haney has skill. He's got on-ice awareness. He's got a great attitude. Never says anything. Never says anything to put anybody down, or he's just always a positive kid. And I think he's a great player.
Yeah, that's important to have teammates like that. Face off to the left of Japchen. Won by JT Hall. Shot was blocked down. Now Casey sends to the corner. Brewster down to get it. Picked up by Hall. Hall controls down on the half wall. Back down to Brewster behind the net. This is Sam Brewster now controlling back behind the net. Hawkins back there with him. Brewster controls the puck. Back to the point. Over to Barry. Barry back down to Brewster. Off the stick. Now Hawkins trying to control it as Hall. Hawkins gets it and picked up by McMahon. And it's loose again. There's a lot of battling going on down there. And we knew today was going to be a tougher game. We just knew after last night's thrashing that Westchester was going to come out with gumption today. This is JT Hall.
JT's taking a beating in front of the net.
Picking up the puck now. Cross-ice pass up to Barry. Winds, he shoots. Save! And into the corner. Kept in by Casely. Nice job by Casely here. JT Hall is taken down. And looks like Adrian Case will go for a trip. As right now the Stony Brook has the extra skater on. And this is JT Hall. And his pass is intercepted. So Hall, Adrian Case will go to the box for tripping. And the Seawolves will go on their first power play of today's game. So happy you could tune in. We're down to 10:13 left to go in the first period. That puck is fired all the way down, right on goal.
Number 9, Andy Case, 2 minutes per team. Top of the penalty, 10-13, first period.
And this is picked up now by Lopes, skating through the neutral zone with speed. His Lopes drops it off of Barbera, coming down on left wing. Nick Barbera wings it all the way around the boards. Lopes trying to get there and trying to control it. Not able to get that puck out. Joseph comes in, takes a shot just to get a quick shot off. It's into the corner. Picked up by Zareski now from Brewster.
This unit has 5 forwards on it, with Cujo being the only defenseman, obviously.
Right.
So I'm curious as to who else is going to run the other. I think they're just doing like cycles.
This is Barbera now trying to control it. Picked up by Zareski. Back to Barbera. And Barbera controls behind the net to Lopes. Lopes trying to wait for Joseph to sneak on that back door, but he's being watched as Chris Joseph has scored a few goals there this year. Over to Joseph, trying to get the one-timer off, couldn't do it. Digging hard is Lopes, and his puck now gets fired all the way down as Brewster will go for a change as these gases make full wholesale changes here for both teams. And this is Barbera breaking through the neutral zone, coming in with speed. Loses on a poke check, and back out into the neutral zone, picked up by Kavanaugh. Over to Kotkant. Kotkant makes a nice move, gets around Muncie, gets it to Hawkins. Hawkins gets it over to Satola, and Satola is being checked by Muncie. Now Hawkins has it. He's being watched by Muncie. He's being pushed and shoved by Muncie. And Hawkins digging hard. Gets it up to the point to Kavanaugh. Back down to Hawkins. And Stony Brook controls with 10 seconds left to go in the power play. Back up to the point to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh moving to the middle of the ice. His pass was deflected, so here comes Westchester coming in, and offsides on the play was Finnerty as Koza made a move at the blue line, and Finnerty was going full blast.
Well, that all started when Cassano stepped to that kid. Finnerty, you said?
Yeah.
As soon as Cassano stepped, he had to make that extra move and drew the other guy offside. If the guy stayed onside, it might not have been the smartest play because it resulted in a 2-on-1, but it worked out.
All right, face-off in the neutral zone and won by the Seawolves. Picked up by Barry. Barry's paired today with Cartwright. He's usually with Joseph, and maybe a change in the...
I think the power play might have thrown that off.
May have thrown it off. Here comes 2-on-1 potential. This is Lopes.
That's it.
And Barbera was offsides.
Tough call. Barbera even waited.
Yeah. Very, very close call on that play. Face off in the neutral zone outside the Westchester zone. Nick Dureski on the draw against Slodowski. And Dureski wins it. Muncie holds it down, and then Evans just throws it in the Stony Brook zone. Back to get it is Cartwright as he gets around one Westchester player out in front, and the puck was loose. Diving for it was McMahon, but I think there was a little miscommunication out there. Barry needed to get off the ice, but there was a Westchester player all alone in front of that net, nobody watching him. This puck's going to go all the way in the Seawolf zone and probably will. No icing, waved off.
I think it might be because Miano pulled up.
Yeah, Miano did pull up, yeah. But that's okay, because the puck is out now and it's back in the zone, and JT Hall has it, and his pass just picked off by Dorfschneider. Dorfschneider is stood up by Miller at the blue line, and Miano now up the wall to Brewster, tries to bang it out, does get it out. Picking it up in the neutral zone is Hall, 2-on-1 with Hawkins, breaking in. Hawkins scores! Short side, Wesley Hawkins. You can see the opening from here.
Yeah, and his angle was off a little bit, but Wes, even if he's on his angle, Wes has a great wrist shot. He can put that home every day.
Yeah, I think Jab Chen was cheating a little bit for the pass.
Back, yeah. Right.
And Wes Hawkins just parked it. So nice play by Hall using his feet to get that. And we'll watch the replay on that. And this is Wes Hawkins. He'll get the feed from JT Hall, and you'll see the short side. He just, boom, right over the top of the waffler.
And that's the thing with a 2-on-1. It was a nice feed. You want to get it to him early, or you want to get it to him backdoor pass so it's quick late. You don't want to do that in between. Most of the time, it's going to get blocked.
Assist by number 17, JT Hall. That's Hawkins from Hall at 6:47 first period.
All right, Stony Brook Seawolves are up 1-0 on a goal by Wes Hawkins. They're actually getting outshot by 3 today, which is a little different from last night, but this is early in the game.
Just a little. Last night, I think I left the second period with 10 or 11 shots.
They didn't get to 17 until the third.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but it's still the amount of shots that, it's the quality of the shot that counts too. They had some great opportunities on you.
That's one of those things with the teams like this, they're going to just capitalize on your mistakes. So naturally, when they capitalize on your mistake, it's either a breakaway or 2-on-1 or an odd man rush. They don't really get too much, relentless offensive pressure where they're shooting from the outside and really pounding you.
Exactly.
Which for a goalie, I actually like, because it just keeps you in the game.
Keeps you in the game. That's right. All right, Ball gets it down to Sladowski, trying to feed it out in front and trying to get her to L, break it in, but good play there by Satola, breaking it up. Now it's a 3-on-2, 4-on-3, coming in. Here's a shot right on and a save by Japchin.
That was an example of getting it to the guy late. Cassano had two options. You could have gave it a Cockham right away.
Right.
Or he could have waited for Cockham to drive and then try to hit a back door, which he tried.
Satola made a nice play in the defensive zone there, breaking up Al. That pass to Al, trying to break in, and created that opportunity going the other way. So face off to the right of Japchin. This is Gervasi on the draw. He's out there with his line mates, Bozer and Haney. And now this is Albanese coming down. He dumps behind the net. Wilms leaves it for Miano. Gervasi digging for it, and Gervasi just hoists it through the neutral zone, which is a good move because there's a lot of speed on this line. Bozer skating hard to that puck, not giving up. Wow.
Not sure for what.
He's calling a rough on the play, but to be honest with you, he's being penalized for his effort.
What looked like happened was he tied the kid to the puck, but the goalie came out. When he tied him up, it looked like the kid tripped over the goalie, and I think the ref thought Brozer might have tripped him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it.
Yeah, the Westchester player from the replay looks like he tripped over the goaltender. So.
And I guess when Bozer tried to stop, it might have looked like a slew foot in the slightest bit. Not too sure.
Seawolves on the kill, and Westchester on the power play again. This is Hawkins now, all the way down to the Westchester zone. Hawkins on the forecheck, chasing it down. This is Ale who picks it up. It's being watched by Hawkins. Puck goes all the way back behind the net, taking time off the clock. Good job by Wes Hawkins here. JT Hall will join the party now, and the Seawolves will still maintain that forecheck. And now through the neutral zone, the puck is given away. Picked back up by Al, coming in on right wing. Forced wide by Miano, throws it all the way around. And Miller battles for that puck now. And off the wall comes Westchester. That's Davis coming off the wall with the puck, and he loses it to Dorfschneider, who picked it up off his stick. Back up to point. Al winds and shoots. Rebound down to Dorfschneider. He could not. I we're going to get another penalty here.
5-on-3.
As Miller is going to go for tripping, where very, very weak call, but anyway, Miller will go, and it'll be a 5-on-3. Things are getting interesting here.
Prior to the trip, Miller had a nice block shot that led to the puck going into the corner, and I guess when he got up, he took a little hack at the kid's leg. He might have fell. You never know. The kid could be weak on his skates.
And it's a decent amount of time, 5-on-3 for a minute. And they win the faceoff back. This is Al controls for Westchester. He gets it over to Ball and trying to get it back to Ailes, but pushed out by Barbera.
Definitely watch out for Barbera's long reach. He's definitely going to try and definitely go for a shorty. I can see it.
He has a few this year. And back behind the net. And this is Barbera trying to take control, and he gets that puck out of the zone. Ball picks it up for Westchester as he works his way in the Seawolves zone. Back to the point to Al. Al gets it over to Evans, and Evans controls the puck back to Al. Al's trying to one-time it, but no sale, and Barbera wings it all the way down. 15 seconds left to go in the two-man advantage. As Seawolves make a change. Out is Doreski, Kavanaugh, and Cartwright. Good play by Kavanaugh and fired all the way down. We're back down to 5-on-4. Bozer's back, and the Seawolves have to kill off another 50 so seconds, and fired all the way back down by Cartwright. Doing a great job on this PK right now. Stepping up and doing what they need to do. And another great play by Cartwright. Right place, right time. Bumps it all the way down.
Mike's going to keep it simple every single play.
35, and nothing wrong with that, because that's what makes makes a good hockey player.
Exactly.
Keeps consistency, keeping it simple.
Sometimes the simple play is the best play. A lot of times players try to make that extra pass because it seems like the nice play. But if you do it simple, sometimes that's the right way. Most of the time, that's the right way.
Yep.
And a lot of the times, the simple play turns into the nice play. Chip off the glass turns into a 2-on-1. That's the nice goal.
Yep. Very, very true. And the Seawolves doing a good job here. 7 seconds left to go in the kill. Back behind the net to Barry.
Nice play by
Barry's got
Wills.
Cassano breaking out through the neutral zone now as the Seawolves are all even up. Cassano walking in. Shoots! Saved by Japchen. Nice shot by Dan Cassano. Got his rebound. His rebound was a save by Japchen. Skating in is Kavanaugh. Good job by Satola backing him up. Back up to Vinny Lopes! He puts it home! Vinny Lopes gets a goal. Last night he had three chances to score. Boy, he's probably looking up right now and going, where was it last night?
He's off the schneid.
Yeah.
Off the schneid.
Good job for Vinny.
Great look by Cassano.
Yep.
He was all alone in front.
Okay.
I want to go back to Hawkins' goal. When Hawkins scored, he pointed up here, and I was like, I wonder who he's pointing at. He might be pointing at his mother. You know, that one was for you. You couldn't be here, or his girlfriend or something. I'm going to ask him in between periods, unless he was just pointing. Well, he might have been just pointing. But if he did, I'm kind of curious. So I know he wasn't pointing to me because he knows I don't care.
And the Seawolves are up 2-0. And looking pretty good right now. This is Camp circling back and Cartwright with the puck, trying to get it up to Satola, who banged the stick a couple of times. And Satola now with the puck, walking in, gets it back to Kotkant. Kotkant to Cassano! Oh! Could have buried it, but it did go in after all. Wow, good things come to those that wait.
I thought that puck was in the corner.
And Dan Cassano keeps his goal-scoring streak alive as well, as he scores a goal now in almost every game for the last 5 or 6 games, I believe.
You know what kind of went unnoticed? Satola made that nice move off the wall here and then poked it to Kotkant with one hand.
One hand.
Which was a great reach. Kot got it over to Cassano and then somehow found its way to the back of the net. Not too sure. Maybe Trevor might be able to get the replay. I was totally lost. We'll get the replay a little later.
And Satola didn't get an assist on that play, even though he was the one that kind of started it going. But
I could change that. Walk down there. Because a lot of times players get angry about that stuff.
Yeah, and this is a good idea. This is a good idea, putting up the 4th line right now, and good energy after that score, so it doesn't let Westchester come out. Here's coming to the net.
Wow.
Bozer puts it home on a nice backhander. Nice effort by Bozer.
It's good for that line. That was beautiful. Gervasi made a nice move on the wall, dish it to Haney. Haney on his backhand to Bozer. Bozer buried on his backhand. Backhands all around. Nice play.
Nice job. And the Seawolves looking for that possible 7-goal differential again today. Got it last night.
Coach actually preached that because when it comes to the rankings, 7 goals is huge. If you win by 7 goals, because the rankings are determined by goal differential and obviously like strength of schedule.
Right.
So the teams ahead of us have been winning by a lot. So Coach was saying we need to at least win both these games by 7, so there is no letting up.
Casey.
Scored by number 21, Brian Bozer. Assisted by number 36, Eric Haney, and number 29, Matt Gervasi. That's 21 Bozer from 36 Haney and 29 Gervasi. Time of the goal, 54 seconds. First period.
And we got a little pile up in the Seawolves net as
19.
Koza came close.
Crashing into Wilms.
Came in on Wilms there.
I wonder if he's taken him. He should. Because he didn't really try to slow down.
Well, the Seawolves now have got 4 goals on 11 shots. I'm kind of thinking that we're going to see Rice come in soon.
And he should have started. I'm sorry. I really think he should have started.
I think he's playing him mainly because he's a senior, and I understand that.
Yeah, and their season's coming to an end, I guess.
You know,
because I'm not sure.
And Rice is a freshman, so
Yeah,
He'll be around for three more years at least.
He's a good goaltender.
Yeah.
Moves well, angles are well.
Coming from a goaltender, that's a great compliment. You know?
Oh yeah, no, I'll give credit to where it's due. I mean, in games like that, I love seeing, the other goalie play well as long as we win.
Right. All right, this is fired all the way down into as we get to the end of the first period, as the Stony Brook Seawolves take a commanding 4-0 lead. We've got goals from Hawkins, assisted by number 17, JT Hall. The second goal for the Seawolves was Lopes from Cassano and Kavanaugh. Third goal for the Seawolves was Cassano from Kotkamp. And then the fourth goal was from the fourth line, number 21, Brian Bozer from Eric Haney and Matt Gervaisi.
Definitely anticipate a goalie change when we come back.
All right, you're watching Seawolves Hockey Live as we watch Hawkins' goal on the replay. We'll be back after a short break, and thanks for tuning in. We'll be back soon. And welcome back to Seawolves Hockey Live. Andy Mignani along with Brandon Jones and new cameraman Dominic Fiore, who will be a Stony Brook Seawolf next year on the ice. As team is looking good for next year, I have to say. We don't want to digress from today, but when we look at what's coming back, I mean, you're coming back. Got nothing in the cans for Brandon. So you're coming back. You know, you got Wilms coming back.
Yeah, the goalie crew's coming back.
Scarola's coming back.
We're only losing, I think, 4 guys. If Miano could come back, that'd be great. Then we're losing Jareski, Casano, and Hawkins.
Right.
But Hawkins is still going to be here. He'll be at practice and stuff like that. I know that for sure.
Right.
So, you know, we're really not losing too much, but Garrow's one of those guys who he always feels like you need more, which is good. You need to have that in there.
Listen, he's a general manager
slash coach,
and he's always got his GM hat on, which is good because you got to be in that recruiting mode. Because again, you say you're only losing 4 people, but if you look at the 4 you're losing, you're losing Hawkins, who's got a good amount of goals.
Top line.
You're losing Dan Casano, who's one of your top playmakers, and then Nick Dureski, who's a centerman who just never loses a faceoff.
Exactly.
So you got 3 guys down the middle that you're losing. Now you got guys coming back in here that haven't played much. You know, Bokikio, you've got Bozer, you've got some of these other guys, Bobby Goodell.
Yeah, and they're ready to fill roles, and they know that, you know, this year they might have had to sit a little bit more than they wanted to, but that's college hockey. I mean, you're a freshman.
Right.
It's your first year. These guys are seniors.
Sam Brewster will be back again. I'm sure he'll be here. Vin Lopes will be back one more year.
Nick Barbera.
So you're going to have a good squad coming back next year.
Right.
But
defensively.
This has been a special year,
exactly.
right?
Yeah. This is the best team that, you know, I've only been here 2 years, but everyone's saying that this is the best team that they've pretty much ever seen here in this program.
Trevor's been doing this longer than I have. I've been here for, I think, 2 years, 2.5 years doing this. So, and I agree with that. All right, we're ready to go. Dropping the puck is Schmeling, and on the draw will be JT Hall for the Seawolves, and he'll go up against Mango. Mango is taking the faceoff as a different line is starting the second period for Westchester. This is Miller, and throws it all the way in, and it missed Brewster's stick, and it's an icing. It'll go all the way down.
I just looked over at Todd. Todd's over there waving at us, stretching out. You know, he's got his nice goalie style going backwards, hat, towel tucked into the chest protector.
He's looking the part.
Looking the part. I feel like that's a big deal, you know. If you're going to back up, might as well look the part.
Absolutely. And you got to be ready.
Exactly.
All right, face-off to the right of Wilms, and one by the Seawolves, picked up by Miller. Throws it back to Miano, who backhands it up the wall to Hawkins, and gets it on the stick of JT Hall. Dumped in to the corner, chased down by Brewster. And Sam winds it all the way around. Miano will backhand it back in, back behind the net. This is the second period. This is the period where we've got the long change, and players should be disciplined enough to know that it's time to get off the ice just before the tank gets empty. And Miller fires that all the way on. Love down by Japchen, who's still in the net, right?
Yeah, I was going to say I went 1 for 2. I went 1 for 2. I talked to Hawk. We have confirmation. He did point for his father's watching West Senior.
All right.
So I nailed that one, but I was wrong with the goalie change. I'm not sure why I was wrong, though, because I still think the other kid should be playing.
All right. Yeah. Out to the neutral zone. This is Cartwright. Fires all the way in on goal, and Japchen gloves it down. And he'll hold it for Dugan. Dugan gets it up the wall to Evans, who fires in, and around the wall to Casano now. Will pick it up. He gets it back around to Cartwright. Cartwright will hoist it through the neutral zone. Nice touch foot pass from Satola to Casano. Breaking in is Kavanaugh. Casano with a shot on the short side.
Casano had Cotcamp trailing. I guess he didn't hear him or he didn't see him out of the corner of his eye.
Kavanaugh got dumped on the play on that, and then he's back in the neutral zone as Westchester tries a stretch pass and picked up by McMahon coming down the right wing. He's watched by Kavanaugh. Bumped off the puck. Picked up by Cotcamp now. Up through the neutral zone comes Cotcamp with Satola trailing. And Casano breaking to the net. Cotcamp around the net. Rebound! Turn around, wrap around, goal. And that was just a pretty play by Ryan Cotcamp, as he'll get the 5th goal for the Seawolves, unassisted, I would assume there. Made a nice play, came all the way around the net. Japchen probably thought he was going to make a pass, but Cotcamp saw he had the opening and took it.
I think it started with Cartwright in the end zone. I know that there was a mix-up on the far boards by Westchester's bench where, you know, Cott didn't think he was going to go to the guy. He thought Kavanaugh was going to step up. But they both wound up taking him, and they nudged him off the puck. The puck came out to Kavanaugh, who gave it a Cartwright. Cartwright chipped it to Cotcamp, and Cotcamp wound up just skating it the length of the ice.
Nice, pretty play there. Joseph fires it all the way in as Seawolves come right back out with their fourth line. And to the point, Barry, in a deflection attempt by Haney, went wide. Corner.
13, Ryan Cotcamp. Assistant to number 24, Mike Cartwright.
Cartwright.
Top of the goal, 18:06 remaining in the second period. So that's Cotcamp from Cartwright at 18:06.
That's Matt McMahon. I played hockey with Matt McMahon.
Yes, Matt McMahon.
Yeah, he's in there. I could see him. Yeah, that was cool. I guess he's friends with the guy who's also in there. I'm not sure the guy who usually does it, the older gentleman.
Jim
He does a
Maritano
great
usually
job.
does the voice for Stony Brook and a lot of other teams too, but he's also a coach.
Oh, okay.
And he coaches a travel team, so I'm sure they're in playoff mode, and that's probably where he is.
He does a great job at, you know, doing the PA announcing, you know, when he introduces the players, where they're from. You know, that's cool.
And he just does a real good job, you know, with the music, the entertainment aspect. He lets everybody know what's going on. It's loud. It's the way it should be.
Yeah, and he even does, you know, the in-game breaks. The Rangers have beaten this team. The Islanders are losing to this team. And yes, I'm a Ranger fan, and that's why I said that.
Face off to the right of Wilms, and won by Lopes. And trying to get it out. And good job keeping that puck in. Westchester was Case. Back around to Kavanaugh, who loses a handle on it. Now Barbera, touch pass
Got Lopes
to Dureski,
fly
up the
down
wall
center.
to Lopes. And Lopes was met by Case and picked up now by Ted Case. There's two Cases on this team, as I said last night. So there's a Ted and there's an Adrian. So picked up by Dureski now. Back up the wall to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh controls a little, and his pass. Heistick was waved off.
I guess Lopes got a piece of that before Westchester player got it again. Didn't look like it, but we'll say he did.
Seawolves picked up by Barbera to Dureski. Nice pass to Kavanaugh. Break it to the net. Kavanaugh trying to get one today. Almost got one there. We're going to have a play behind the play here. Nick Barbera took somebody down. Now Nick is just giving him a bear hug, telling him he really didn't mean it.
That was actually very funny. That kid probably on skates is 5'8". Nick Barbera literally just threw him to the ground. A lot of people don't see it, but Nick Barbera is a very strong kid, and when he gets angry, he just, you know, gets even stronger. So with his left hand, just right to the ice, and then he got up, and the kid had something to say, and his buddy had something to say too, and Nick really didn't want to have any piece of it.
Right, and I'm sure there was a play that preceded that from happening too. So.
We saw that last week, I believe, when we played, or 2 weekends ago, I'm not sure, when we played Rutgers. I think Barbera came down on a breakaway, and he got stopped on the breakaway, and the kid, right in the corner, the left corner down there, and the kid came up to him, and Barbs was so upset that he didn't score. He threw the kid to the ice and then picked him up and proceeded to push him against the glass.
Yeah. And watch a little bit on the replay behind it. This kid
just dumped.
He threw a punch and he missed. I think that's what it was. That's what got Nick incensed. So we got actually 2 penalties on that play, right? So it's matching, and then we got an extra. So
maybe I think Haney might be serving a penalty.
Yeah,
I was watching the replay with you. I'm not sure what the official said right there. But party in the box. We got Scarola, Barbs, and Haney in there.
Who's in the box for Westchester?
27? Yeah.
Oh, okay. That was 27, Jensen?
Yeah. So not only did he get embarrassed and get thrown to the ice, he's in the box. Better luck next year.
All right, face-off and a win by Westchester. Shot on goal, save by Wilms.
Great job by Miller right there, clearing the front of the net as he gives Wilms a tap on his pad. Hey, was that good? Wilms, yep, that was perfect every time.
Face-off to the left of Wilms. It's Wes Hawkins on the draw. As the Seawolves are killing off another penalty. Fired all the way down.
seats, 2 minutes for a face wash and 2 minutes for a roughing. Westchester penalty to number 27, Zach Jensen.
Nice hit by JP Hall right there, putting their captain on the ice.
Time of the penalty is 16:03 remaining in the second period.
All right, so a face wash and a rough for Barbera. That's why there's an extra man in the box for the Seawolves. And Jensen gets 2 minutes as well. All right, 1:14 left to go in the man advantage for Westchester. Sklodowski up the wall to Dugan. Back down to Sklodowski off his stick. Dorfschneider battling with Miller. Picked up by Sklodowski coming around the net. Back up to the point. Ale tries to get a shot off. Whistles wide. It was deflected in front. Low hard shot whistling wide past Wilms.
I think 13 Davis on Westchester got a piece of that before it got to the net.
All right, picked up by Westchester down low, and Evans trying to draw one there.
Yeah, Miano was going for the puck, though. I think that was the argument.
Little phantom. Oh, and a shot and a goal on the backdoor shot. Westchester on the wall, on the board, as Ale gets a goal.
It's one of those passes that you just can't let get through. I don't know what happened. I guess the box got a little too wide or stretched. You know, maybe the 2 forwards were on their point man too much. Yeah, it looked like West was fading up a little bit.
The box got a little out of kilter, got wider, and then that back door was open, and that's the shot, the one-timer.
It's one of those things you got to realize as the forward, because the forwards, their job is to take the point on our penalty kill, but, you know, the 2 defensemen were on the same side of the ice, so West should have dropped back a little bit. You know, just one of those things you got to try and pick up.
Yeah, we've got Chris Joseph back with Barry on defense. Satola to Kotkan breaking in on right wing, and he's got Cassano breaking to the net. Trying to get it to Satola, but the pass went just past him. Puck goes all the way into the Seawolves zone now. Chasing Barry down is Albanese, and he takes a hit. And the puck goes around the net, and Albanese is there to get it for Westchester. Bangs it around the wall, and now it's picked up by Barry. They're trying to get it to Satola. Satola is pushed back again as the forecheck again comes hard and furious.
Cassano. By number 29, Mike Ale. Assistants number 20, Ryan Evans. Top of the goal, 14:34 remaining in the second period. So that's Ale from Evans on the power play at 14:34.
Picked up now by Seawolves, a little sloppy in their own zone right now. Just got to get the puck. As look at Westchester coming in with three skaters. One little home run hoisted pass and out the zone it would go for a breakaway. That's
what's been happening pretty much. Yeah. They come in and we one pass and we're in the zone. One pass in to 2-on-1, you know, stuff like that. So
fired in right on goal. Wilms stops it for Barry. And Barry's watched immediately. Joseph now has the puck. He gets it up the wall to Kotkamp, who loses it. As the forecheck comes heavy for Westchester. Maybe feeling good about that one goal and trying to take advantage of maybe.
Satola got off the ice. Satola got off the ice early, and Dureski came on.
Yes, Dureski on a breakaway as he's hooked. Could not get the shot off because he couldn't get his stick out from being unhooked. And now stretch pass into the Seawolves zone. This should be an icing, but it's waved off. Up the wall to Bozer. Makes a nice little outlet pass into the neutral zone. And up the wall with the puck comes Dureski with a touch pass. Bozer in it. Bozer in on it right away. Picks the puck up to Dureski. Trying to get it out in front.
Bozer was the first man to that puck, and that's one of those things that goes unnoticed. You know, you dump it in, and if you're the first
speed.
Yeah, if you're the first guy there, that's huge. You automatically have possession. You can start cycling.
And look at Bozer. Look at the work ethic right now by Brian Bozer. He's just really all over the ice, creating complete havoc for Westchester with his speed and tenacity. Nice big hit here. Lopes puts the hurt on Davis. It goes back at Lopes and unadvised to do that because Lopes is so quick and so fast and tenacious as well. And you know, he's not one of those skaters that's going to take much gumption either. He'll give it right back.
Yeah.
So, Dureski with the wraparound to Lopes, almost. Seawolves going hard to get that goal back.
Give it Nicky.
Now back to trying to get it to Dureski to the point for Lopes. Sends it down to Hawkins, but knocked down in front and sent out to the neutral zone. Picked up by Casey. Oh, his errant pass to Hall. Ooh, Hall saved a 2-on-0 break there. This is Hawkins now skating in on his backhand to Hall.
Nice
Hawks it
play.
home, just like they practice, I'm sure. Yeah, that was a great goal there on a great pass. Hall from Hawkins and
Lopes, I believe it was Lopes. I believe
Lopes.
Lopes gave it a Hawkins.
You see that replay. It was a
As soon as JT made that defensive play down here, he made a beeline to the net. He made a beeline to the net. When the puck was dropped to Hawkins, JT went behind Hawkins. I could guarantee you he was in his ear telling him that he was going to net, and Hawk found him on the backhand.
Yeah, and that's a team that's clicking on all cylinders when you have that type of teamwork being done out there, where players, coaches say it all the time. How well do you play away from the puck?
Exactly.
Do you know where to go? Do you know where to be? JT Hall just showed right there.
Yeah, and JT saw that opportunity. All three of their forwards once again were caught deep, and he made a beeline right to the front of the net.
11:08 remaining in the second period. So that's Hall from Hawkins and Lopes at 11:08.
High shot by Ale, sailed over the top of the net. Wilms was screened in front.
Yeah,
Not
definitely.
really see the shot, but it was sailed over the top. So
Definitely don't think Wilms saw all of that the whole way.
this is Cartwright now for the Seawolves, and he'll try to hoist it out, and will do so now and get it through the neutral zone. Back to get it is Dugan, being watched by Hawkins, and here's another stretch pass.
Nice, gonna hit the
2-on-1
ice.
possibility here. Good play by Cartwright to knock that down, as the Seawolves were a little defensively lapsed on that stretch pass, but great play by Cartwright. Good tenacious here, forechecking now that's going on. This is Barry breaking in, and Barry puts a backhander on net. Joseph at the point will backhand it all the way down.
It's a nice play by Hawkins to stay on side while he was sliding on the ice there.
Yeah.
Just kicked his leg out real quick.
Good play here. This is Bozer again. Bozer, who already has a beautiful goal today on a backhander, is proving a point here. Trying to tell Coach, hey, put me in, Coach.
Yeah, and that's what this fourth line does night in and night
Absolutely.
out. They all give, obviously everyone's giving their best effort, but, these guys are fighting for, daily
Absolutely.
positions. Because the first three lines are pretty solidified, but, they all want to play.
Icing is waved off by McCutcheon here, and up the wall is Ball. And his pass is
Nice
went
turnaround
wide.
shot by Gervasi if he would have got it on.
Gervasi just turned and shot and went wide, but there was off the errant pass back to the wall, back up the wall. And Bozer controls it over to Joseph, just out of his reach. And Joseph will throw a slight backhander. And we're going to take another look at that goal scored.
Yeah, we see Lopes drops it to West. He's the high guy, and JT right here. Gimme.
Yeah.
Makes the
And
move. He
he's
still
wide
has him
open.
on his backhand. And then JT finally buries.
Just how you draw it up in practice, And you might run that play 100 times during the course of the year in practice. Kotkamp right off the draw walks in and saved by Jobchin. But you might run that play 100 times, and you know what? You get it. You get so many times in a game, you might not score on it, and then the one time you do, it's beautiful.
Perfect. That was a nice win by Kotkamp. Usually the play is for that left wing to go to the back door.
And here comes Cavanaugh with Kotkamp. Oh, just off the stick. That was
Kotkamp
another
elected to
beautiful
shoot.
play.
Yeah, he elected to shoot off that draw. I mean, I didn't really see too many people on the back door, so I guess that's why.
And here comes the lead pass. Mango coming in. He's being watched by Cartwright. Gets a shot off, saved by Wilms.
That's one thing that Mike does great. He just doesn't let their forwards see what they want to see. So right there, he had a good gap, and when the forward went to shoot, Mike went down on one knee, so the forward had to make an extra move to the outside, which just made it easier for Wilms, breaking down that angle.
Yeah. Face off to the right of Wilms. 8:11 left to go in the second period. Shot right on. Save. Mango with a shot. Save by Wilms. Yeah, let's take a look at that last scoring opportunity by Westchester as they come into the zone here.
So
Nice little spin around the
right
move
here,
by
Mike
Mango.
goes down. He has to make that extra move. Wilms gets to take that extra step, and it makes it so much easier on a goalie. Just one of those things that not a lot of people realize.
Yeah. And Mayano hoists it up through the neutral zone and all the way down into the Westchester zone. Back to get his Muncie, watched by Kotkamp. Pisano now battling for it, and Westchester picks it up, but Kotkamp picks it off. Kotkamp with the puck makes a nice move around Mango, and then the puck just gets squirted out into the Seawolves zone. Races off. Matmiano racing for it, and that puck squirts all the way across. Got a few extra men on the ice here as Westchester was making the change while the puck was in the offensive zone. You can't blame them.
No, yeah.
Referees back to the bench and everything, so why not? And now this puck is picked up by McMahon in the Westchester zone. He fires out to the neutral zone. And
it's offside.
Offsides is.
That was a nice series of saves by Wilms down there.
Yeah.
He made a nice quick one, which it looked like he either got crossed up or it got deflected. It hit him, but it was a nice save nonetheless. And then the rebound came, and that kid was all alone in front. And Wilms
I don't think the shots on the board are correct.
Oh, they're never correct.
Yeah, but I think they're really off because the Seawolves were dominating this game, and the shots are much more than 16. But
yeah, they're never correct, and I respect everybody who does their job inside the glass over there. But for a goalie, it's kind of annoying. Not annoying, but
it
ruins
just your save percentage.
Yeah, and like you don't want to be selfish, and I'll never say anything because that's not just like the guy I am. Like, hey, listen, you missed 2 shots, but it's just you want to get credit for the saves that you make because it's like I made them, so
Absolutely.
And just like players want to get credits for that second assist that they don't usually get.
Look at this, Lopes puts it home, and Vinny's got 2 today. Stony Brook dominating that shift.
Yeah, relentless pressure in all those. Oh, they're going to have a meeting right now. The net was dislodged simultaneously as Loeb shot that puck.
Yep, doesn't matter. This is not international. And here's your goaltending change. International play, yes. In regular season play, no. They can't wave it off. Unless it's really off badly. All right, let's watch the goal. This is Lopes popping it in. Yeah, yeah.
Good goal. Nice look by Barbera, I believe, right? Barbera or Dureski?
Yep. Another line that's been playing outstanding. And we do have a JT Hall breaking in. He's got Hawkins, wrist shot, knock it down by the new goalie now.
Oh, bad bounce right there. Miller went to go pass it up the board to hit a skate. Here's Brewster one-on-one. JT making another beeline to the net.
Yep. Somebody blew a tire here. Coming in is JT Hall. He's hooked down. No call here. Puck is loose. And Price right to the firing range. Actually, I apologize, Rice. Right to the firing range as Stony Brook gets multiple shots on him right away. And a lot of hooking going on, but the referees are letting Westchester get away with it. It's preventing some shots from being taken. So,
I mean, maybe I guess they want to speed the game up, but you got to make the call. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when you're taking away a scoring opportunity, you got to make the call.
Yeah, you got to make the call, but
Rice is in there now, and like he did last night, came in and made some great stops right off the bat.
Yeah, no, he's great, especially coming in cold. That's one of the hardest things to do. I know.
I totally agree.
Speaking as a goaltender, because you're not mentally in it, you're not physically in it.
Right.
You like to start a game after you get a good warm up. He hasn't seen a shot since warm-ups aren't even that long, so I don't know how many he saw. So, I give this kid a bunch of respect.
Yeah. Back to get the puck for the Seawolves is Joseph, and he'll get it over to Barry and up the wall to Bozer now. Bozer in on right wing and floats one and picked up by Rice. Comes out a little aggressively.
Not too sure where he was going after
I
he
got
caught
that. I maybe he was going to skate it down the ice. I don't know. I've seen
he's
that
tired
happen before.
He's tired of his guys not scoring.
Yeah, and he comes in and he pumps up his team. You can see it. He talks to them, and
Yeah, that's huge.
Joseph, his shot whistles high off the glass, right behind Rice. Back to Barry now. Barry just gets it down low, and Haney down low now.
It's huge for goalies to be vocal. You're another set of eyes. Defensemen don't have eyes in the back of their head, but
nice play by Gervaisi. Oh, nice spinorama move.
they do if you're talking to them.
Yeah. Fans, make sure you purchase a raffle ticket for your chance to win a gift certificate to Mount Sinai Bengals Cafe.
Even just one word, time, you have time. That's what I'm always screaming time, because if they know that they have time, a lot of times, you know, they can't pick their head up and they think that they're getting like someone's bearing down on them. But if they have time, they might be able to make that extra pass that, you know, could lead to something good.
Yep. Sewell's doing a good job keeping the puck in here as this fourth line, like we talked about. They are bringing lots of energy, and it's a great thing to see. This puck has been in the zone for better than a minute and a half here, and now it finally squirts out as Bozer is skating down with Sklodowski, and Sklodowski gets it up to the point. Shot knocked down by Bozer in front of the net. Good play.
That was kind of a quirky situation. The only two players back were Bozer and Kottkamp.
Yeah.
Barry and Cujo, or sorry, I call him Cujo.
And they're at the end, and Bozer needs to get off because he's at the end of a shift. So.
Yeah, this whole line.
They need to. He'll skate off now, and.
Yeah, Kottkamp got out there early.
Yep.
Tried helping him out in the defensive
zone.
zone.
There's an opportunity. Oh, and Fanning on the pass was caught right, but he had Cassano at the blue line. This is Joseph breaking in, scores!
Nice shot.
Oh, Chris Joseph with a beautiful shot. Low on the ice.
That's Chris Joseph's.
Low.
That's Chris Joseph's bread and butter. That shot. He beats me with that shot. I couldn't tell you how many times in practice.
Yeah.
It's just that shot right below the blocker, right above the pad when the goalie goes down. It's just one of those shots that you can't really stop. If it's perfect, you can't stop it. In baseball, you know, they always say you can't hit the perfect pitch, and that's what that is.
This is Joseph screaming down that wing, and he's got the goalie right through the pads, and that is tough. And that's going to probably be unassisted, I would assume. I don't think anybody. Back to Satola.
Oh yeah.
Wrong again.
But so it worked out. He fanned on that pass.
Yeah.
It worked out.
And defensive partner Barry gets an assist. As Satola almost got one there too. Great save by Rice with his arm on the blocker side.
I'm unsure if that goal went in 5-hole or low blocker. Either way, that low blocker shot is just like a pure snipe.
And Satola now just trying to get some support back there. He's got Kavanaugh back there helping him out. And Kavanaugh has the puck, and he'll hoist it up to Cartwright. Cartwright will get a backhand pass to Satola and up to Cassano with Kottkamp with him, and Cassano breaking in. Dan Cassano takes the goal. He had a chance to pass it off, but you know, why not take the shot?
And you know, I say this to myself all the time, and I call him Satola. I call Satola selfless Satola, because Satola was open on that back door.
He was.
But he kind of pulled back and drew that defenseman in front of the net.
We'll watch
Look, Satola right there, and that defenseman's worried about Satola.
Right.
So that gives Cassano all the time in the world to make that move.
Yeah.
And that's just one of those plays, again, that goes unnoticed, and that's why I call him selfless Satola. I've only known him for, 2 months, you know, because he was a transfer in the middle of the year, but from what I've seen so far, he's just been great.
Yeah, 9-1. And the Seawolves well on their way to a 7-goal differential if they maintain their game. Yeah. Is that the only
17, one of those.
Shot wide. And again, because of the rankings and how they're done.
Number 27, Danny Cassano. Assistant to number 90, Andrew Satola. Time to go 2:44 remaining in the second period.
And that's also good, you know. Satola might not have, you know, Cassano might not have given him that puck back door to score, but Satola still gets the assist on that original pass.
And a point is a point, and you know what? It's another goal for the team. And Hale fires it in, glove down by Wilms, and Wilms will hold it as McMahon is discussing after game activities with Matt Miano.
Yeah.
Or perhaps.
What do you want to do after this? Miano's nice to everybody on the rink unless they give him a little grief. There's some guys who are always looking to stir it up. Then there's guys like Wes and Miano who are just, you know, how's the social life at
Wesley Hawkins in his early days?
Yeah, he was feisty.
He was feisty.
That's what I heard. I heard he was a feisty kid.
Yeah, he has mellowed considerably, but now he's a goal scorer and a playmaker.
You know
so
what it is?
you
He got a girlfriend.
Uh-oh.
But that's a double-edged sword. He might have mellowed consistently, but he's more relaxed now. He's smooth.
He knows it's more important for him to be on the ice than off the ice.
Exactly.
So, as Coach Garofalo has told him probably many times before. All right, this is Chris Joseph now coming down our right wing with speed.
See if he does it
Chris
again.
has got some support coming in and knocked away. Wes Hawkins almost one short side there. And Casely will keep it in as we are just about under a minute. And it's nice to hear a PA announcer actually say under a minute to go in the period. I haven't had that in a couple of games.
Exactly, because we can't keep our eye on the clock because it's to our left, it plays to our right, so it's kind of difficult.
Looks like we have a little reunion going on down in the sound booth, though.
Yeah, I'm not sure who the main guy is, but I do know the guy to his left.
Looks like the guys that are down in that booth were the guys that used to do the sound for you guys originally. Right. When I first started doing this. And then up to the neutral zone. Nice play by Casely to deny Westchester from breaking in, and that goes all the way down on goal. Oop, and Casely now is having some issues with one of the Westchester players, and that's
Scott could be a hothead too. Scott could be a little bit of a hothead, but that's one of those things that you love to see, him walking away. That's terrible that he has to go to the box.
Matching penalties there. We'll play four side. Yeah, should be four side. Faceoff will be in the Westchester zone to the left of Rice, who has relieved Japchen for the second game in a row. Casey's going to get 2 minutes extra. Oh, 2 minutes each. Oh, see, they put both of them up on the board. All right. Gervaisi on the draw. He's out there with Bozer, getting a little 4-on-4 action.
To number 5, Scott Casely. Westchester Valtines to number 13, James Davis. Will receive 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Nice glove save by Wilms on the shot by Ball coming in.
Proud of Wilms standing up during that shot. Wilms is a butterfly goalie and likes to go down, pretty much on every shot, but he can still take care of the high ones. But it's good to see him stay up because Coach actually has been trying to tell him that lately.
Good to see that because that was a high shot going top corner. And down low, the puck rolls over Miano, and the whistle goes, and that's the end of the second period with the Stony Brook Seawolves 9 and Westchester University 1. We've got goals from Kotkamp, from Cartwright. Then we had J.T. Hall from Hawkins and Lopes. Then we had Lopes, his second of the game, from Barbera. And then we had Chris Joseph from Kevin Barry, and then we had Dan Casano, his second of the game, from Andrew Satola.
Andrew Selfless Satola. That's what I say.
All right. Penalties in that period. Stony Brook 2, 1 for Barbera, who took 4 minutes. Casely took a 2-minute penalty. Westchester took a 2-minute rough and a 2-minute rough as well. We're going to take a short break. Chuck a puck time, and we'll be back for the start of the third period. And welcome back to Seawolves Hockey Live. We're a couple of minutes away from the drop of the puck for the third period. And just recap the scoring in that second period. Westchester did get a goal. Number 29, Mike Gale, scored on the power play on a nice one-timer. And he got Westchester on the board. There was a goaltending change in that period. Westchester changed goalies. Michael Rice is now in net for Westchester. Seawolves' first goal of the second period was scored by number 13, Ryan Kotkamp, assisted by number 24, Mike Cartwright. Next goal for the Seawolves was J.T. Hall, number 17, assisted by co-captain Wes Hawkins and Vinny Lopes. Next goal was scored by Vinny Lopes, assisted by Nick Barbera. Next goal for the Seawolves was scored by number 44 defenseman Chris Joseph. He assisted by his defensive partner, number 22 Kevin Barry. And the last goal of that period was scored by number 27 co-captain Dan Cassano, his second of the game, assisted by Andrew Satola. So we've got a 9-1 score. 1 period to go for the regular season for the Stony Brook Seawolves. And we'll kick it back in a couple of minutes here. The Seawolves make their way back on the ice. But one final period for the seniors. Wes Hawkins, Matt Miano, Dan Cassano, Derek Dureski. One last chance in front of a really nice crowd here to give it the regular season finale that they want to give it. And then once this game is over, we'll look toward next week as we get ready for playoffs. All right, Westchester is all set to go as they'll have their starting line. That's Ryan Evans, and he'll be centering Mike Koza. And can't see who the other number is on the end there.
I believe that's 27 Jensen?
It's either 27 or 28. Yeah, it's 27. Yeah, I think it's Jensen. And the Seawolves will counter with J.T. Hall, Wes Hawkins.
Actually, I think that's 29. Ashy?
Yeah. Oh, it's 29 Al because we have penalties at the end of the period. They're starting 4-on-4. So for another minute, 37 seconds, we'll have 4-on-4 play. I was wondering, I saw Alex Miller play in the wing. I was like, okay.
yeah, the defenseman.
So, all right. And that puck squirts past Miller, and coming to get it hard is Evans. Miller does recover. And Miller gets it back to Miano around the net. Hawkins tries to get it up the wall, and he does to J.T. Hall. J.T. Hall's got Miller breaking with him.
He's got high guy Miano.
Oh, and almost nice play by Al. Yeah, a nice play to break up that pass. One-time shot. Hawkins just missed. And Hawkins throws it back to the net, and Rice kicks it to the corner.
JT actually had a high guy in Matt Miano.
J.T. Hall, nice play there, taking that puck away. And Wes Hawkins will go to work now. This is what Wesley does well. He'll just control the puck behind the net, and nice play to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh controls behind the net and sets up for Hawkins, puts a one-timer on, and saved by Rice. Good shift. Excellent shift by that line.
Sustained pressure there in the offensive zone. Nice save once again by Rice. Positionally, it's tough when there's a kid behind the net. You obviously don't have eyes in the back of your head, so you have to, whip your head back and forth. And he did a good job staying with Kavanaugh.
You got to do a lot of anticipating, that's for sure.
I believe he saw out of the corner of his eye that there was more people to his left than to his right, so he stayed on that side of the net and made a nice save.
Oh, what a shot and a goal. And that's Dan Cassano. That's a hat trick for Cassano. What a way to finish up his regular season with a hat trick.
That puck was actually deflected by number 4 on Westchester.
On the way in.
Yeah, before it got to the net. Looked like a nice shot. It probably was a nice shot. And
deflected up and over the top of Rice.
Right, it's one of those things you can't really do as a goalie when he's already so close.
4-on-4 goal for the Seawolves. Is now Kotkamp and Cassano are out there. They'll stay there. Kavanaugh is out there as well. He made a nice play before with the puck as well. as he sets up behind the net, and he fires a home run pass to Cassano, going for number 4. Cassano to Joseph. Oh, Joseph on the backhand, a big save by Rice. And he hoists it right back out to Kotkamp. He throws it back to Kavanaugh, back to Kotkamp, and winds and shoots. Oh, and he buries it. Oh, Ryan Kotkamp, as the Seawolves are just bringing it now.
Rice is very, very frustrated with his team because as a goalie, I know exactly what just happened right there. His own team just screened him, and you could see that after the goal went in, he made a hand gesture like, "You're in my way. You're literally blocking my vision. And if you weren't in my way, I would have made the save." So as a goalie, you just get frustrated because it's not even Stony Brook that was in your way. It was your own team.
Right, and it was almost like they weren't moving. They were stuck in their lanes, and that, Kotkamp just made that decision to let it rip. Yep. Well, here we go. This is Bozer now coming in. Oh, and Bozer puts one in. This has to be a Stony Brook record.
3 goals.
3 goals, 4 on 4 in less than a minute, 2 minutes. We haven't even gotten the call on the first goal yet.
Number 27, Danny Cassano. Assistant to number 13, Ryan Kotkamp. Time of the goal, 19:05, remaining in the third period.
All right, so Cassano's goal was from Kotkamp. That was the hat trick.
Stony Brook goal scored by number 13, Ryan Kotkamp. Assistant to number 52, Kevin Kavanaugh. And number 27, Danny Cassano. Time of the goal, 18:37, remaining in the third period.
Kotkamp's goal was from Kavanaugh and Cassano.
Gervaisi's feeling that pass that he just blocked. Didn't look like much, but if it gets you in the right spot, you could feel that. And he's going to keep feeling it. He'll man up. He'll stay out there. Because he knows shifts are few and far between sometimes. Nice pass.
Bozer's got 2. All right, so we'll go through the goals real quickly for you. That was Cassano's hat trick from Kotkamp. Then we had Kotkamp from Kavanaugh and Cassano, and then we had Bozer, his second of the game, from Haney and Cartwright. All right, we're all caught up now.
The scoreboard isn't caught up.
Yeah, the scoreboard has to get caught up. It's 11-1. 12-1. Sorry.
Yeah, it's the first time this year that we hit double digits. And definitely last year we didn't hit double digits.
No, not at all.
I'm not sure about previous years. I know that.
Nice play by Haney on the wall, preventing Westchester play from getting in. Now this is Lopes. Lopes screaming through the neutral zone. He's around L. He shoots. He scores! And now Rice is having some difficulties as well seeing the puck.
Rice is mentally not okay. There's going to be a goalie switch. I believe
going to go back to Japchan again now. As
what happens?
Lopes buries his second of the game.
What happens is it got to his head. Now once he let in that initial goal, and then he let in the squeak or Bozer, his angle was thrown off.
Yeah.
His angle just was definitely off. Because Lopes has a great shot, but that's one of those goals.
And it's good to see Rice gets on the bench and he gives a player on the team a little pat on the head. Listen, it's a tough year for Westchester. You know what? But these are growing pains that you learn from.
Yeah.
You learn from these. Yes, Scarola is now relieving Wilms as the Seawolves are up 13-1. This is the biggest one-sided, lopsided score I've been part of with this team so far this year. So Stony Brook is definitely going for it, trying to make a statement and move up in the rankings.
Great job by Wilms, though. Definitely want to give him credit where it's due.
Absolutely. Absolutely, because
yep, 1 goal, 18 shots, 17 saves, and a lot of those saves were key saves because, like I said, they capitalize on your mistakes. It usually results in a 2-on-1, 3-on-1 opportunity. So, it's definitely rough. And another thing in a game like this is it's so hard to keep your focus as a goalie when they're not. We could have the puck down here 2, 3, 4 minutes in a row, and you're sitting in the net, literally freezing. And it's just hard to stay in the game. So that's one of my big pet peeves. I like to be in games where I get peppered. I think a lot of goalies like to be in games where they get peppered, though. So definitely have to give credit to Wilms and Scarola, just for not sucking it up, but just for being able to focus for so long.
There's a broken stick on the ice acting as another defenseman for. Oh, that one almost goes in. And this puck did not go in. It went off the arm, I think, of Japchin, who's back in.
Hawk, I keep calling my teammates by their nicknames. I called Joseph, I called him Cujo before on air because that's just what we call him, locker room talk. The Falcons would have waited just a little bit longer. He would have slid that by the right pad. It actually hit the post, shot right back out, and then we had a rebound opportunity. But the goalie got over, made the save, and the net was dislodged, and play was stopped.
All right, face up to the right of Japchin, and Satola wins it back to Miano. Miano gets it down low in the corner to Kotkamp, and Casano is going to get it around the. Well, he's still controlling it, but now up the wall, stepping up is Casely, and that puck goes all the way down. Weissing is waved off. Scarola will control it behind the net and get it over to Miano. Miano being watched.
In games like these, in order to stay focused, like I was trying yesterday, to play the puck a little bit more, because, you know, whereas you might not be making saves, at least you're in the game. You know, you're doing something.
Watching a replay of the last play. Very close, almost went in. But we've seen a lot of them going today, so out in front, and McMahon almost put one in on the backhander. It went wide. This is Kotkamp racing down on right wing. He's got Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh trying to get it back to Kotkamp, and good defensive play there by Westchester. In the neutral zone, Evans fires it into the Stony Brook zone. Scarola will leave it for Joseph. Joseph being watched by two Westchester players, and now Casano comes up with the puck. Rink wide pass to Kotkamp. He's got Satola with him and Kavanaugh. Satola, he's going to shoot. Oh, nice pass to Kotkamp. He didn't want to take the shot.
There he is, selfless Satola.
And Kotkamp, I don't know whether he surprised him, but he's just off the mark.
Those two have been playing together so long that they don't surprise each other with anything.
Right.
I mean, yes, Satola should have shot it, and yes, Satola has a great shot, and he probably would have scored, but that's just one of those things. Like I said, Satola's just a selfless kid. He's a selfless kid. He doesn't mind getting an assist over a goal. All
right. Through the neutral zone comes Kotkamp with speed, going wide. And he's got Bozer with him. That shot pass deflects high off the glass. And then through the neutral zone comes Westchester. Shot right on goal, saved by Scarola, who is in now relieving Wilms.
Yeah, coach just wanted to get all three goalies some time.
Absolutely.
Before the playoffs.
Absolutely. In a game like this, like last night, similar, you could do that. And here comes Casely now on left wing. He's got Haney break it to the net. Haney defended by Al, and Al picks it up and hoists it.
Fun fact, actually, about Scott Casely, his last name, which I didn't know until 2-3 days ago, is pronounced Casley.
Casley, I know.
Yeah, I had no idea.
That every time I talk to Coach Garofalo, I asked him, "Is Casely in the lineup?" He says, "Who's Casely?"
Yeah.
And I said to him, I said, "Well, you know what I'm talking about, number 5." He says, "Oh, Casley." But
yeah,
I call him Casely because I went to a school with a kid. He actually was Caselli, Casslley.
Gotcha.
So
yeah,
I just called him.
That'll do it. Yeah. He doesn't mind it either. He embraces all his nicknames. We call him Case.
Talk about last names. You see how my last name gets butchered.
Yeah. Well, I know Magnani, but I can only imagine.
That's the American pronunciation. You should hear when you get the non-conventional Magnani, so it's not a common name, but,
I can't say the same about myself.
Right. You got a Jonesy name.
Yeah.
It's easy.
I think I get called by my last name more than my first name.
Yeah.
Even by my parents.
Yeah, of course.
Because you can't be wrong.
No.
Jonesy.
That's right.
We're all going to answer.
And they're battling on the board, still going hard at it. 12:33 left to go in the third period. Stony Brook commanding lead 13-1. And we'll call him Casley. Dumps it in.
Down there, Gervasi, an 18 on Westchester. Exchange words.
And dumping that puck in and going off for a change is Finnerty. Casley with the puck. We'll call him Casley now because now you made the point.
Yeah, I mean, I would keep
remember it
calling
now.
him Case Lee. He doesn't mind. He's like I said, Case.
Oh, what a nice little play there out in front. And Todd Scarola coming up big.
That's huge for Todd and just for the team. You know, it's so hard to come in a game cold.
Yes,
That
and
was just a great
Zareski now
save.
breaking in. Nice pass to Barbera, trying to get it back across. Good defensive play there, but I agree with you. Coming cold off the bench is hard. Lopes going for the hat trick. Almost. Japchin got the pads together and closed it up.
In games like this, it's weird. You could see that some lines don't have it as much as they would against like a Delaware. Like Nick Barbera could hold on to the puck probably the entire shift, but games like this he tries to just move it a little bit more and like gain some more chemistry with his line mates, see where they are.
Good play there by Vin Lopes, knocking that puck down in neutral zone and preventing a break-in by Westchester. Here comes Lopes with speed through the neutral zone. And just pass to the off wing. Nobody there. But Lund's going for a change now. And nice defensive play by Miller.
Yeah, a little miscommunication. Lopes thought Barbera was still wide here on the near wing.
Stretch
He kind of
pass.
gave him the, hey, man, what are you doing? And Barb's like, I'm getting off.
Rip up by Sam Brewster, who breaks his twig in half. It's another $200 stick. And this puck almost punched in by Wes Hawkins,
yeah, I
but
thought that one went in.
Japchin got his pad there to the post.
Yeah, Brewster's mouth was watering on that slap shot. Any chance he gets,
he can bring it.
Yeah, any chance he has to fully wind up and take a slap shot. I mean, I know as a goalie, it's definitely not soft.
Yeah, he's got a hard shot. Yep. And now Brewster with the puck as he's falling down and gets a shot off. Japchin puts it to the corner, up the wall. Caught right battling for it there, picked up by Westchester. It's Evans, and he can only get it to the neutral zone. Picked up by Hawkins now as Stony Brook comes back in on the attack. JT Hall with a deflection off the pass from Hawkins.
Great
saved by
redirection.
Japchin.
Great redirection. He actually even got that one in the air, which is hard to do.
Yeah, you got to angle your stick just right.
Yeah,
it's all feel. It's all feel.
Exactly.
And caught right down low, and a goal by JT Hall as he gets one anyway.
It's a great sign to see JT finish right there. You know, the goalie thought that JT was going to wait him out and continue across the crease and beat him wide, but JT opened him up and put it through his legs. That's something JT used to do a lot during juniors, and he couldn't really find the touch in the beginning of the year, but he's definitely starting to come around at the right time.
Oh, he sure is. He's coming into his own big time. That's his second of the game.
He made it look easy, too, which is nice.
We've got about 3 or 4 Seawolves that are ready to get another hat trick here. Cassano's already leading the group with hat tricks, but, I mean, we've got multiple players here with 2 goals. And wrapped all the way around by Scarola. Oh, a rebound redirected just wide of the net. There was an opening on that wide side, but it escaped wide.
Stony Brook goal scorer number 17, JT Hall. Assistant to number 24, Mike Cartwright. And number 14, Wes Hawkins. Time of the goal, 10:01 remaining in the third. That's Hall from Cartwright and Hawkins at 10:01.
Mike Cartwright's got 3 points in this game.
Quiet 3 points. Satola.
Cassano took to Satola, and Satola couldn't park it as he was really, really close there.
Surprised no call on the goalie for a slash. Satola missed that one. The goalie made a nice save.
That play was offsides. I don't know whether they'd call it. Yeah.
I don't like that stuff. I don't like. The goalie made a nice save on Satola. Satola got up. The goalie slashed him in the back of the leg.
Yeah.
No call, and then proceeded to just yell at him. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You just made a nice save. You're down 14-1. I don't really see the point in that. I'm not sure why that happened. Yeah. If you do the math, every 2 out of 3 shots, Stony Brook has scored. But like we said earlier, the shot count isn't always
Accurate.
Yeah.
Well, I was glad that they called that high stick with the puck not face off in the Stony Brook zone with 8:38 left to go. And the Seawolves, again, commanding lead here. Oh, and now Casey's got poked in the face with a stick. I'm not sure if it got him in the. It may have got him in the neck. And Scott's really, really struggling, boy. He's not happy right now.
Yeah.
I don't know whether he got it right in the face or he got it in the throat.
Pretty sure he got it in the throat. It might have found its way through his cage.
Well,
he went down, and Scott's a kid who doesn't really embellish, unlike a Cartwright.
Was it in the cage or? Can't see it. I'm trying to see the replay.
Yeah, the stick came up, hit him in the face. And once again, the Westchester kid had something to say after it. Like, you clearly hit him in the face, just skate to the box, and he proceeded to stand over him while he was on the ground. I'm not too sure, like, what goes through these kids' heads. I know they're angry that they're down 14-1, but, I mean, let's just go home. Right,
at this point in time. Yeah,
Westchester penalty to number 25, Adam Ball. He receives 2 minutes for high sticking. Time of the penalty, 8:28 remaining in the third.
I mean, he clearly thought it was an accident. Obviously, you're not going to slash the kid in the face, but it happened, so just go to the box and don't say anything.
Satola to Casano, over to Kotkamp, into the Westchester zone, streaking toward the net, turns back to Hawkins now, and Hawkins will set up shop on the half wall, back down to Hawkins. Hawkins cross pass to Casano or to Satola.
Hopefully Satola could get one here.
They're trying to set him up for one. Kotkamp trying to get it through and saved by Japchan. It'll hold.
Satola does so much, not behind the scenes, but so much quiet stuff on the ice that it would be nice for him to just, put one in the back of the net. I know it's a 14-1 game. That doesn't really mean too much, but just one of those feel-good things.
Yep. All right, face-off inside the Westchester zone as we get down to 7:31 left to go. And Nick Dureski on the draw. Senior Nick Dureski playing his last home game, regular season home game. And I keep saying that because the playoffs are going to be here next week. Right out in front, Dureski. Nice save by Japchan on the backhander.
Actually, with a win today, we clinched the league championship.
Yeah, right.
So that's what's driving everybody through this period, at least.
Right.
In a 14-1 or whatever it is game, it's hard to stay focused. But if you have a little bit of incentive, hey,
you guys will.
This is it.
Yep, that's it. You guys will come in first place in your division. Hopefully, you guys will move up in your rankings. And right now, you're ranked 5th in the country.
Yeah, highest.
Nice move by Lopes, trying to get over to Dureski.
Hopefully, we can move up to 4. I'd like to. I definitely think we deserve it, simply because the team in front of us is Liberty, and we are 2-0-1 against them.
Yep.
So if you just go by head-to-head, I think we should. But the rankings are a little quirky sometimes. So.
Well, it depends on how the teams around you did this weekend. That'll make a difference. And the score and who they beat and what the scores were. We know that Liberty had won a 5-2 victory, and then they won in a shootout.
Yeah, which is good and bad. Obviously,
against the team that you guys kind of took 2 from here.
Right, which is, I mean, it's bad because they won, but it's. The bright side of it all is that they didn't win by much.
Bozer breaking in there looking for that hat trick. Here comes Bozer. Ripper off the blocker. Bozer almost got the rebound again. This is Cartwright keeping that puck in. Back out to Bozer, trying to get a shot off. Good play by McMahon to hold the stick down and not allow Bozer to get that shot off. Back down low. This is Haney. Haney trying to get it back to Gervaisi. And he's being stick checked right now, and Haney's going to get it over to Gervaisi.
One of Haney's best traits is definitely his patience. He's one of those kids who doesn't really get nervous with the puck, doesn't feel like he needs to make a decision right away. And you saw it right there. The defenseman wasn't going to him. So he just kind of glided, and then gave Gervaisi a nice little sauce pass behind the net.
All right, so we've got the first game time is Friday, February 21st. It'll be 6:10 p.m. The 3rd seed will play the 6th seed, which will be Delaware against these Westchester University
Golden Rams.
Golden Rams. And the first Stony Brook game will be Saturday, February 22nd. It'll be the 6:30 p.m. and that will be the number 1 seed will play the lowest remaining seed. So we'll see who that will be.
Probably a Rutgers or a Rhode Island, I would assume. Oh, that might have squirted in.
Yep.
Don't think so.
Very close, but not in.
Caught under the pad.
As we wind down, 4:09 left to go in the 3rd period.
Ticket number 259221. Congratulations to tonight's raffle winner. You won a gift certificate to Mount Sinai Bagels Cafe.
All right. All right. Face-off to the left of Japchen. JT Hall wins it back to Miller. And Miller gets it to Brewster. Brewster now to Hawkins, who tries to get it back to Brewster. Brewster's fighting in the corner for that puck along with Hall. Hall gets away with it. Back to Hawkins, who's slew-footed down. And
no call. Hawkins had a little bit of something to say to the ref. I'm sure the ref said, listen, man, it's 14-1 with 3 minutes left. Ooh. Let's continue.
Dangerous play there on JT Hall.
Oh, yeah. Definitely going to get a little bit chippier. Yeah. Probably the last time these two teams meet, I would assume, unless Westchester pulls off an upset.
Castley, nice definitive hit there on Davis as he was breaking to the net after the shot and the save by Scarola. But we want to thank you, Brandon Jones, for coming in the booth today and working as our color analyst. It's always nice to work with somebody. We had a guy working with us, Lear Leary, for a couple of years, and Lear's gotten pretty busy with his Broadway play stuff, and got to make a living, and that's more important. So he's missed here, but it was nice to have you here. Also, we appreciate Brian Gillespie working with us today. Ooh, Haney just took a nice hit. Doing on camera and doing a great job.
Haney will take a hit, bounce right back up.
And also we had Dominic Fury up here too today helping us out. We appreciate it.
Thanks for letting me be up here. I love doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah, like I said, next time you're scratched or you're, hopefully you'll be playing. But I mean, you're always welcome to come up. So
thank you.
Yeah, even if you were my Rolly hockey goalie at one time, eh?
Exactly. And I think the broadcast is great overall. I mean,
Trevor does a tremendous job.
And
he really does.
This year's been, just stand out from previous years too, with camera angles and replays, and just gotta, once again give credit to where it's due. Kudos to you guys. Kudos to Trevor.
And some banging going on now.
Yeah.
The referees are all hiding.
Okay, Bruce.
Here's a 2-on-1. Westchester coming in on Scarola, high and wide off the wall. And this is Kottkamp now picking up the puck in flight, coming in. 1-on-2. Kottkamp making his move, trying to get a backhander off. He's run to the ditch by Al. And still coming hard at the Seawolves. This is Barbera.
Protection.
Using that big body very effectively, breaks to the net on his backhand. It's a Kottkamp. Oh, and it just hit the post.
Once again, Barbs could have easily held that puck, made a move on the goalie, and probably scored, but he just gave it up.
That was a very unselfish play by Barbera.
Gave it up to Kottkamp. Ooh, Kottkamp levels Casely.
Yeah. And Scott's up, but I don't know if he's all there right now, but we'll see.
I think it was one of those situations where they both went for the guy, and the guy moved.
Kottkamp winds and fires high off the glass. As we are getting very, very close to the end of the regular season, folks, is it all going to wind down?
Some of the guys in the locker room were talking about maybe, doing a big celebration for being the league champs or whatever, but we don't really think it's necessary.
It's the last minute of play in the last period of some of these players for the regular season. As the Stony Brook Seawolves control this game from the outset. Now up 14-1. Through the neutral zone comes Kavanaugh with the puck. Who's going to get the hat trick? Is it Bozer? Bozer's out there trying to get that. Could be JT Hall. I think he's got 2 as well.
Brewster's still giving it all, and that's just the way Brewster is, too. 20 seconds left in a 14-1 game, and he's just going to look at him back checking.
Oh,
nice
save right off the mask. And the referee's going to make a call with 14 seconds left to go.
Going to make his presence known.
Yeah.
I'm the ref.
Scarola took a banger right off the helmet.
Yeah, great save by Scarola. But yeah, Brewster's work ethic is pretty much unmatched on this team. I mean, a lot of those fourth line guys, like you said, but with his skill and his work ethic, it's just one of those things that, once again, you can't teach.
We'll congratulate the Seawolves as they will come in first place in the ESCHL division. And nice save by Scarola. Right off the top. Oh, and a goal was saved there.
By Bozer.
Bozer getting his hand on it and pushing it from going into the net.
There's Todd showing some love. Todd shows Bozer some love.
Down to the last 7 seconds left to go. And face off to the right of Scarola. And won by the Seawolves. And this should do it as the puck gets hoisted out into the neutral zone. And one last shot on goal, the save, and that's it. The Stony Brook Seawolves 14, Westchester University 1, and the Stony Brook Seawolves first place overall in the ESCHL division as we head into the playoff season starting next week. It'll be a weekend of hockey here at Seawolves Hockey Live. We'll be carrying all of the games, so you can catch us by going to the Stony Brook website, www.stonybrookhockey.com, and you'll be able to watch all the games. Go there to get the schedule and tune in and watch these playoffs. There's some really good teams in this division, and when they play against each other in a neutral rink, it's going to be good hockey.
Exactly.
Because there's no home advantage. And a lot of these teams play well on the road.
Yeah, a
they
lot
have
of
good
them
road
do.
records.
Yeah, because you never know, like when it comes to being home and playing in front of your friends, in front of your home crowd, the nerves might build up a little bit more. But when you're on the road, you're kind of just out there doing your thing.
Exactly.
You're kind of just you're not going through the motions. You're just playing hockey as you were taught, as you play, and nothing's really going through your head. So that's one of those things that you got to think about.
All right, Seawolves are going to salute the remaining crowd as they will head into the locker room victorious and celebrate, at least for a little while, this #1 ranking in their division and look for a better ranking overall for the nation, which will change who they play in the Nationals. So
right.
Hopefully it'll work in their favor. It could be a magical year. We're hoping for magical things. So, all right, on behalf of Trevor, Brian, Brendan, and Andy Mignani, thanks for joining us. Tune in next week for playoff season. And have a good week, folks. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.